Hey everybody, this is Amrachi, and today we are going to be doing Escape the Spaceship. So this one is a Brad Coing escape room. It's got about 26 worlds. Smaller creator, but I gotta say I did really enjoy this room. So I'm going to try something different this time. Usually I've been coming to sound, turning the volume off and everything. I'm going to go ahead and leave it on. This music isn't very iconic, I want to say. I believe it will pass through the AI system. That said, if it doesn't, I'm going to throw some subtitles down here and I'll throw music over it. Something copyright free or whatever. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started on it. So you have been beamed up to the mothership. You must navigate through the corridors and complete tasks before the imposter chooses you as his next victim. You must fix the sabotages, return the fuel pumps, and find a safe path to navigate home. Can you escape? So you come up here, and you look down in the center, and you got a 4, a 3, an 8, and a 0. So that'll be your first clue. $43.38 or $43.80. Go ahead and grab this. Now in this room, what you're trying to do is, I believe these are all engines or whatnot. And you gotta get these maxed up. Blue to the blue. Yellow to the yellow. The hard part is going to be getting back up, because not everything is as flushed out as it could be. But for a free game, you know, what do you complain about? Now watch out, there's a little imposter guy that runs around. When I'm playing this solo, I haven't really had too many problems with it. Doesn't really come and get me. But I was playing with somebody else, and when we were playing, it kept showing up. Kept stabbing me. But anyways. Then we end up in this room. Now we have this, which will be important later. They do correspond to those. For instance, the Big Dipper, Little Dipper, Orion, and Scorpio. And those are Scorpio, Little Dipper, Big Dipper, and Orion. This has nothing. This isn't important. So don't worry about that. This will become important later. But we're going to go to our first puzzle in here. Now this is the first puzzle. Your clue being this pipe right next to it. And those pipes are 313, 313. Then we get this access card. Rank the crew's favorite drinks. So you get this right here, and you know, it's got all these letters on it. Now those letters are going to correspond to the soda machine. You got a C, an S, an E, an A, and a P. Now, you won't find a key or anything, but you do know that a C, an S, an E, an A, and a P. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters. and you have to rank them. So you're only going to use them one time. Now we got 5, right? Yeah, 5. And we have 10 letters. We're not going to use all 10. So the best thing to do is take the C, the S, the E, the A, and the P from those and either come up with a word that's going to go in here or just type putting them in, you know. So for instance, we had a C, an S, an E, an A, and a P. Throw them in here, see what letters you get, try them in different orders. Eventually, you get the word. Now, we don't need this until end game, but we're going to go ahead and we'll put it right here for now. Then we're in storage. This is going to be our next puzzle. Now we got this being a clue, and this being a clue, these 2 dots here. So the trash chute access code. I got stuck on this forever. I was trying to figure out what this wheel did. Everything. Turns out, if you look around at the boxes, you got a 1, a 3, a 2, and a 4, right? So if you stand on this box, what do you see in this square? Then you get to box 2. What do you see in box 2? There's only 3. It's a point of view one. Now if we go to 3, see how we can see 1, 2, 3 in there? But if we come to here, we only see 1. So even though there's 3 in there, the answer is 1. And then go to 4 and do the same. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get an access card and a pizza. Now you can't do anything with the pizza. Doesn't move, but it's kind of cool. Then I was thinking maybe you can move your pizza up and down, but it doesn't work. It might be attached to it as an animation point or something. I don't know. So green card goes in the green. And plants, O2 is oxygen. That's what you breathe in. Plants take in carbon dioxide, CO2, and they hold on to that carbon, and then they respirate or they breathe out O2. So all the carbon in the air, these guys filter out. Plants. But anyways, then we have this right here. We gotta figure out how to open this up, right? And it's a triangle, a hazard. Then you go here, there's the hazard. You go behind it, square, triangle. Now these are gonna be how many sides? 4, 3, 2, and 5. Now that we got the yellow card, we gotta go to the other side. Go to the medical bay. All crew must complete a medical scan. This is your medical scan. When security is on high alert, you may need to utilize the air vents to access essential rooms. So, That gives you a clue, letting you know you can go through the air vents. Then you end up with this, and if we flip the beds, we get 59, 23. I believe orange is on the other side, but let me double check. Yeah. Then we get into here, right? And we got to figure out, we got a 3, a 1, a 2, and a 1, right? How many lights need repair order to be replaced? So you got 3, 1, or is it 3, 1, 1, 2? Nope. So 3, 1.
How many lights need repair orders to be placed? There's a 4-digit code there too.
1. Try 9018. Oh, nice.
I did 3121.
For the lights.
Yeah. And that's to open this up.
I don't remember. Sorry, guys. I stopped recording. I moved my headset and it stopped recording. My bad. I am going to splice in the answer from another video into there. We'll get it fixed. But anyways, we got our access card. Put that on there. Then we come in this way. And then we have our engine room. And we have our electrical. What is the order of the constellations from Earth by distance? So the answer to that is going to be all the way back in that room. Now, I should have a picture. Let's see. That's a different room. We'll go do that one after. There we go. So if we take this card, and that's what I was referring to you guys earlier, Big Dipper, Little Dipper. What is the order of the constellations from Earth by distance? Here in the corner, you got a 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the first one is going to be 1. Second one, 4. So it's going to be 1, 2, 4, 3. Now that we're in here, we can pick up these. We have to put them in here. And then, if you remember, we can use the vents. We can manually override this door, letting us get access to the door. Now we have a hammer and a white access card. White access card is for the lab. And come over here and we can break this crate, giving us our last 2 keys. Now our engine room is open. But before we go to our engine room, this one took me a longer than I'd like to admit. But if you look here, you have a 6, a 2, a 1, a 0, a 7, a 5, a 4, a 3, a 9, and an 8. Now, if you take a picture of this, right, or if there's multiple people in here, this is what you can do, right? Again, you have a 0, a 1, a 2, a 6, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 7, an 8, and a 9. Take a picture of it. And then you can come over here. Hence, work in a pair and move the circle around this board. If I come over here, I turn this on. This is the code. There's two ways of solving this. See the circle? If I put the circle and move it to this symbol here, dot squiggle, right? Move it down to dot squiggle. I'm going to open up my pictures. Again, I usually do this by myself. But if you could get a second to make this easier, I highly recommend it. Now, if you notice, my circle moved on here, right? So I've put it on that, right? That little dot circle. And I come over here. It's a mirror. So that dot circle, well, my picture disappeared. So that dot circle is a mirror, and it becomes a 6. So the first one's a 6. Triangle, right? It's going to be a 9. So 6, 9. And then we have triangle up here. 6, 9, 3. And then we got the line double dot. 6, 9, 3, 7. I'm going to leave it here on the line double dot. And we know it's a 6, 9, 3, 7. But that circle, as I moved it around, moves it around on here, right? So one person could stand here and the other person could be in the other room and move it around, and you guys can call it out to each other. It's like, oh, it's a 3, it's a 6. But when you're by yourself, this is how you do it. Now we have our engine. And we have our engine from the vending machine puzzle in the cafeteria. So, one is orange and one is blue. Purple access card. Other side. Now, from here, you have to plot your course. Enter the navigation sequence based on the options we know are safe. Pins to safety, 1 through 5. 1 through 5. Crewmate, known for their medical checks, is safe. So how will we figure out which one's medical? Well, if you remember, when we went to the medical center, we used a yellow key card. Crewmate responsible for oxygen levels. That's the O2 room. The O2 room was filled with plants and green colored air tanks and stuff. Crewmate handling communications. Communications was orange. That's what key card we used for the communications room. Crewmate leading navigation to safety. Come over here. This is navigation, and it's purple. And then we have the last and final. Crewmate running lab tests. So the lab, if you remember, was a white key card. And that's it. We made it. That's it. That's the game, guys. I really like this one. It was put together very well. There was almost zero problems. All the problems I've had in this room were user error. So yeah, I really like this one. I recommend giving it a shot. There's also been some requests from the newer escape rooms. There's a boarding house one and a zombie one. I want to do some of the older ones. So what ends up happening a lot of the time is the creator of these worlds, what they do is they put these out, and there's different ways of them getting monetization on these worlds. One of them is you paying to solve the puzzle. The other one is going to be giving out these kudos and stuff like that. So if you liked the world, you can give, a kudo or whatever. Like, these are free games. I'm trying to do it respectfully. But yeah, let me know in the comments which room you want me to do next. I did fail with the Escape of Echo. Escape Echoes of Yesterday. I did fail at that one. I know what the first puzzle is, so I'm going to be running back in there. So if you're interested, that's where you'll find me. I might even do a live. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thanks. Thanks for subbing and subscribing too.